Eh bien, bonjour à tous pour le troisième épisode de Not for Broadcast. On va voir ce qui se passe dans la suite de l'histoire. Fin de soirée. Sam, c'est ma meuf. D'accord, je suis en mode... Ah, Chris, j'ai récupéré mon passeport. Il m'a remercié en m'offrant ça. Donc le scénario change selon nos choix. Ça c'est cool déjà. Oula. 14 ans. Je vais aller le chercher. Oups. Ouais, j'ai vu mollo, ça arrive de faire une bêtise à 14 ans. C'est pas grave. Voilà, exactement. Exactement. Pas mentir, c'est juste cacher une vérité. C'est pas mentir. Euh... Quoi? Nous vous prions de remettre vos passeports au bureau de time. Avant de pouvoir vous inscrire au plan, vous pouvez... D'accord. Putain, Chris est toujours pas revenu. Je porte un toast. Oula. Pas d'argent, meuf. Putain, en plus ma mère, elle est venue chez nous. Ok, donc récapitulons. Sam, qui est mon beau-frère ou mon frère, s'est cassé avec mon passeport. Je sais pas si je l'ai eu depuis. Mon fils fait des soirées plus tard que prévu. Ma fille veut de l'argent alors que c'est la crise. Voilà. Le train, ce n'est pas donné. Ah bah, ma femme a donné l'autorisation. Bon, ok. C'est une fille, voilà. Moi, voilà. Personnellement, je sais que ma mère a fait plus ou moins des sacrifices pour moi, donc voilà. Faut que j'en fasse aussi. Voilà, happy holidays. Donc, ah, cool. On part en week-end. J'ai un message. Oh l'enfer. Je m'en bats les couilles. Oh putain. Oh mon dieu. Je suis pas allé bosser. Je suis viré. Putain, mon fils, il se fait retourner le cerveau. Allez, vas-y, casse-toi. Putain, ça sent la douille. Il va balancer des trucs sur moi. Oh non, pas lui. On va y aller. Je comprends rien. On va faire ça. Moi, je suis surpris, j'ai aucune. Voilà. Ça faisait longtemps. Oula. À chaque fois, j'oublie.
Good evening, Alex. It's Bozeman here.
Oula là là là.
While you're powering up and getting the adverts loaded, I thought I should just tell you that we've had one of those public information films from the government, and it's mandatory that you play it. You still have a free choice for the other two, so read those tape labels carefully.
D'accord.
But make sure you play the advance advert, preferably at the second break. Right, that's the lot. Have a great show. Total pimp. My God, that weather looks nasty.
Putain, attendez. Je vais me remettre en anglais. Alors, tac. Mais. Il faut que j'allume tout.
It probably is a really awful day.
10 seconds, everybody. Like I
Merde.
said, all of you.
Did your personality accidentally slip out?
Correct. Going in 5, 4, 3.
Good evening. I'm Jeremy Donaldson.
And I'm Megan Wolfe. Our main stories tonight.
Uncooperative. A mysterious symbol
Quoi,
has appeared
ça?
overnight on thousands of buildings throughout the capital.
Tonight, in an exclusive live interview with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, I'll be asking what this mysterious symbol might mean.
After 3 months of record-breaking approval ratings, could this be the daring first move of a silent resistance movement? And what would that mean as we go into the future?
We shall overcome. Trapped in Dante's taint for more than a month now, doctors Ingrid Svorsborg and Horgensvoord and David Wong announced today that they're considering 2 possible options.
With 2 of the finest minds in science working together, hopes are still high for the eventual return of the team to dry land.
Without enough engineers to successfully fix their craft, the team seem likely to attempt to farm the cavern's ecosystem while they wait for rescue from above ground. I think I'll stick to risotto, Jeremy.
Bearing their opinions, the formerly rich are fighting back with a naked protest.
Our very own Robin Short was on hand earlier today when this new protest group first presented themselves.
Spokesman Wentworth Somerset Bentley said today, "They've had the shirts off our backs. They might as well have the rest of it too." And while it's easy to laugh, perhaps we should all just be pondering how desperate the formerly rich are to regain their power.
Table for 2. Johnny Hamsleeves and Tiffany Lamour were spotted having a private moment out at lunch today.
The popular couple have certainly been on a roller coaster since they started dating late last year, and this image is sure to place them firmly back in the tabloids.
Could we be on the verge of the biggest celebrity wedding since professional wrestler Randy Grizzlenuts McFridge married his longtime tag team partner Tina Tiny Hands last year in a wrestling ring made entirely of cake?
Is this one celebrity role model about to become the bad boy of sport?
And onwards and upwards. In an attempt to put the Mr. Snugglehugs disaster behind them, Rimington's Fist CEO Sophia Rimington today announced a brand new product that already has the markets buzzing with interest.
This groundbreaking product came as quite a shock when it was revealed earlier today, though its critics are skeptical that the young CEO can fulfill her promises.
Described as a breakthrough far ahead of its time, the male contraceptive
L'autre est
pill
un
is
peu
heralding a sexual
plus
revolution.
bordélique.
Its fans are celebrating the fact that men can finally take equal responsibility for contraception, but others have expressed concerns over its safety and side effects.
With that exclusive Prime Ministerial interview coming up later,
And our very own Patrick Bannon coming to you live from the first annual Sports Board final.
you won't want to miss a second of tonight's National Nightly News.
First tonight, after the Christmas horror caused by Mr. Snugglehugs, we have an exclusive interview with one of the victims.
Poor 7-year-old Timmy Tadlock, like so many of those affected by the Christmas bloodbath, has spent the last 3 months undergoing a series of reconstructive facial surgeries.
Last week, joyfully, he spoke for the first time since the tragedy. Tonight, he talks to us.
Before we go to the interview, however, this station would like to issue a full and frank apology for any part we may have played in the tragedy. We should never have advertised
Oh non, mais c'est moi qui avais fait ça.
that our publicity, the sheer scale of this tragedy, and now upwards of 8,000
What?
casualties, might have been averted.
On behalf of the nightly
Mais
news
non.
team, we're
Non
sorry.
mais me donnez pas une cassette qui peut tuer des gens.
Now it's over to Robin Short at the Tadlock family home. Robin?
Thank you, Megan. I'm here with Mr. and Mrs. Tadlock and their 7-year-old son, Timothy. Thanks for spending time with us today.
Yes, well, you're bloody lucky we're spending any time with you at all. After what you lot did. Irresponsible. I mean, whose idea was this anyway?
It's all right. Wasn't your fault. As you can see, Megan, there's still a few open wounds here. I'll
What
tread
the fuck?
carefully.
C'était quoi la
Let's speak
pub?
to Timmy now. Hello, Timmy. Can you see me?
Mummy, who's that lady?
It's the lady from television, Timothy. She's going to ask you a few questions.
You be careful now, it upsets them to remember.
Don't worry, Mr. Tadlock. I wasn't the youngest ever editor of the Swinstead Middle School Inquirer for no reason. So, Timmy, can you tell us what happened to you? You had just unwrapped Mr. Snugglehugs, hadn't you? Was he under the tree?
Yes, I could smell him already. He smelled like love.
Ah, yes. That'll be the fur. It's scented with hoof.
I was so excited. I ran up to my room and gave him a big hug.
Ok, donc j'ai fait une pub pour un lapin.
Like our cat, before he got in the way of Daddy's Porsche.
Bloody cat, death wish.
And what did Mr. Snugglehugs say to you?
He blinked his real action eyes and said, "You're my very best friend."
Bah, c'est cool.
But I sure wish Mrs. Snugglehugs was here, and she can't be, for just $89.99. And then
What?
it's a general error. 41.
And is that when he burst into flames?
Careful.
And then he exploded.
Oh, look, I've asked you nicely.
And am I right in saying that one of his real action eyes is now permanently embedded in your cheek?
Yes. When I took him in at night, it glows through bandages. I know it's under there, staring at me.
Yeah, some of the other children have started calling him Timmy Three Eyes. And with his glasses, that's 5.
It's too many eyes, Robin.
And what's the last thing you remember before the darkness overtook you?
He looked at me with his one eye and laughed. Laughed as he burned.
It sounds very traumatic. Do you have nightmares?
All right, that's quite
you,
enough of
Timmy?
you two
Timmy?
coming in here with your camera, trying to make a buck out of our stuff Humphrey, I have it.
Mr. Tadlock, just a couple more questions. Timmy, do you think you will ever be what we can call
No, you've had your
normal
question.
again?
And now you. Oh, you've made him cry with all three of his eyes.
Calm down your
Sounds
Do you
sketchy.
think your parents will ever really love you again?
Right, that's it. And
C'est horrible de dire ça.
Mr. Tadlock.
your poster, your favourite
Timmy, drink water quickly. So there you have it, Megan. Just one of the many victims of an indescribable tragedy that has shaken our nation. Back to you.
Thank you, Robin, Harry and stuff.
My espresso here.
Remington in the coming days and months, I'd wager. How will she turn this crisis around?
So, Jeremy, what are the warning signs a consumer should look out for when they're spotting a dangerous toy?
Well, Megan, experts advise to always check for the new advanced mark, which guarantee a level of safety and quality.
Yeah, can we just get a close-up on camera 3 here? So if we take a look at this National Nightly News mug, you should see the mark just on the base of it there.
In the wake of the scandal, the government were praised for their swift response in bringing in this set of stringent checks and new products.
It certainly is good to know that someone's watching out for our families. When we come back, our very own Patrick Bannon will be live from the Sports Board Finals. Stick around, you won't want to miss it.
We'll be back after these messages.
1 minute back.
Oh, sorry, I'm bursting.
She's very good.
Who?
Megan,
Yes, she is.
watch your back, Jeremy. Women are coming.
I'm more worried about this water dripping onto my head.
C'est pas mal le B.
We're getting reports in that naked protesters
Quoi?
might try to spoil the sports board final by waving their fleshy bits about. Try and make sure you don't broadcast it. It's 6 p.m. for God's sake. No one wants to see fannies on the news. Bozeman out.
D'accord. Bon, jusque-là, c'est une bonne séance.
That's what it says.
Yes, I understand that, but I always say welcome back.
I think we should just keep it as it is.
Well, of course you do. I've got one hack line.
What's that supposed to mean? I didn't write it, Jeremy.
That's all right, fine. Jenny, there's something wrong with the auto cue.
10 seconds.
Oh, I just felt a drip again. Have they not fixed this?
Want to see us fry? It's good for the ratings.
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back to the National Nightly News. I'm Megan Wolf. Coming up later, we'll be speaking to the Prime Ministers about their exciting new healthcare facilities, transition centres.
Nice to see they care.
You're absolutely right, Jeremy. But first, we're going now to our own Patrick Bannon, who's reporting live from the finals of the new game that's gripping the nation, Sports Board. Patrick?
That's right, Megan. You join me live here from the final of the first annual Sports Board Championship. It's been a hotly contested competition so far. I think it's fair to say these two have been dancing around each other all season. First up, we have Eddie Striker. She's the more experienced of our two players today. Striker has got an accuracy of 7, a danger rating of K, and a 12-month driving ban. Striker's known for her signature move, the Orangi hamster. And facing her tonight, hoping to prove himself with a career record of 12 outs, 14 finishes, and a horse pending, it's Mr. Wingspan himself, Tommy, the Fingernail Harris. Just waiting on the ref now. The slapping ceremony is taking part. Still going on. And Striker, of course, first to start as she won the trivia round earlier on by some margin.
Oh, elle est fraîche, hein?
Harris, perhaps the brawn and not the brains. Stupid. Eddie Striker. Nice start there from Striker. She's determined not to let the nerves show. Not after last time. On to Mr. Harris now. Tommy. Using his arm to pick up the ball. Not a bad shot there from Harris. Back to Striker for shot number 3. All right. She's gone to sort of throwing it under her legs. Not bad, if you ask me. Bit of business with the ref, but it got sorted out. Back to Harris now. A ball in the hand is worth 2 in the bush. I'd say that's fair, but what do I know? Oh no, and Harris is not going to be happy with that. So really not
Il lui a mis, non?
Harris in round one. We can only hope that round two treats him a bit better. But first, of course, after the argument with the refs,
C'est génial.
change ends.
Le 2 était pas ouf, je trouve, mais ça, c'est pas
Now we
mal.
have the ceremonial changing of the ends. And of course, now they go back to the starting positions, as that makes sense. Striker giving it large. Wins around two now with Harris. Okay, we seem to have some sort of streaker on the pitch. Apologise if we broadcast any of that stuff. She appears to have slogans across her breast.
Oh my god.
Try and ignore all of that. Security, I'm sure we're going to take them out as soon as possible. Apologise if we broadcast any of that. As I said, we're going to get the situation resolved as soon as possible. They're trying to carry on play, but it's proving really difficult, and I'm struggling to follow. Because it's quite an eyesore, and women's body, yeah. All right, great. Okay, so back into round two now, and Harry's absolutely determined to close that massive gap. Lady striker. No, it's just some of the tightest play I've seen ever. Harris. And was that a fitted thumbscrew? We haven't seen that since the heats. What a brilliant move.
En fait, ils doivent pas le mettre dedans.
Striker. And we know what that means, ladies and gentlemen. That is, of course, the ground sound. Excellent bit of play here on both sides of the bucket. I don't know about you at home, but I'm finding the technical mastery of this play here absolutely blooming jaw-dropping. The ref has spotted something in Harris's neck or head. And Harris is having an absolute shocker. What a miserable start there for Tommy Harris. But he is a late bloomer, of course. I've always said that. And after all, he is getting to 4 rounds and several subgenres. But now, of course, it's time for the half-time show. Sponsored by Remington's Fist. Nice piece of music here to start the half-time show. Okay, another posh protester loose on the court here. We can only apologise for that. We'll do our best to shield you from having to look directly at it. Is running around here with his genitals on display for all to see. And ruining what was shaping up to be quite the dancing, to be fair. Now he's thrusting himself in Harris's face. Security's on it. And the bucket's been knocked over! I cannot stand it when the bucket gets knocked over. Hopefully he'll get taken out now. Genitals flying around for all to see. Really, if you ask me, not Sunday morning television.
Sure.
Out of there, hopefully taken away, never to be seen again. And a lovely finish there on both sides of the bucket. I wouldn't like to call that one. And as we head into round three, I'd love to know what's going on in these two players' heads. But unfortunately, because of science, we can't. Not bad. So that ball boy's giving me the eye all day. I don't know what's going on there. Striker there, not a great start. She looks a bit flustered, I think, after all that swinging around. Back to Harris here. God, what I wouldn't give to be that ball. Am I right, ladies? Tommy Harris. And it dribbled down his arm, which is actually a really good move, because, of course, if it dribbles down his arm and goes on the floor, it's not going in the bucket.
En fait, faut pas qu'il le mette dans le sas.
Back to striker. And striker's gone for the animal bonus there, but of course, perhaps. And yes, Harris has counted with a tiny bell. That is wonderful play. Of course, we've seen that before. Look at her face. She is absolutely gutted. What a mug. That could have been the clincher. What a massive shame. Harris to serve now. Harris, of course, undefeated by Kestrel in his last 4 battles. Here we go. Tommy Harris. That's all right. Not bad there. He threw it quite far away from him, which is quite a good idea. Very clever there. Perhaps a little contact. Caution from the referee, who's being, if you ask me, a little bit harsh. Ellie Striker. And she's let the nerves get to her. What the hell was that? You hate to see it, don't you? You cannot believe it. Oh, for God's sake. Okay, like, I mean, this is a mess now. I don't know what I can be doing about this. I mean, there's sort of breasts and genitals for all to see. I mean, there's only so much I can do. They're sort of everywhere, aren't they? I'll try and carry on. The players are trying to carry on, but of course it's difficult because these protesters. Hopefully we can get them taken off soon so we can carry on with the match. Oh, piss off. What's going on here? Yes, yes.
We want our money.
Yes, very good. Take them away.
Stop.
Bloody wasters. Absolute wasters.
Putain, il est frère, j'ai jamais vu des gens ne pas savoir maîtriser des gens à ce point-là.
It's an absolute bloody... Okay, and now we're going to go into the final round. And of course, as it's a Tuesday, the final round is a mime round. Who could believe it? Nice imaginary shot there from Harris, who could go in there at this point. Really high-level play here from two absolute juggernauts of the sport. The bucket getting moved back to its proper place. About time, if you ask me. She's juggling it around from her hands. Interesting. And she's put it in her mouth like as if it was an egg. And now she's spat it out. She did the egg spit. So a wonderful move there, quite late on, from Striker. But she's in it to win it. On it, like a car bonnet. Tommy Harris here, having a bit of beef. And he's peeling it as if it were a banana, which is an interesting move. Not sure if he hasn't had his potassium or what's going on today with Harris. And he's throwing it, and the banana was the ball! What a fantastic move there from Harris. Unfortunately, that is the end. What a pathetic, there we go, Jeremy, that is over. How can he look his 8-year-old son in the face tonight? What a look. We just have to wait for the referee now to announce it to make sure it is all official. Contestants in, please.
And the winner of the first annual Sports Board Championship is... everyone!
Okay, the ref has agreed once again a win for everyone, including me as my 15th win in the Sports Board Championship. I'm going to be celebrating tonight with my wife and children. Another wonderful victory for me. Here come the on-site security.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
Medals. They're 6th and 7th. And thanks again for watching the Sports Board Championships. What more is there to say? I'm Patrick Bannon. Looking forward to celebrating tonight. And all I always have to say, Jeremy, is back to you in the studio.
Patrick Bannon had an extraordinary final.
Historic sports board.
I didn't know you were a fan.
Yeah, I can wrench a doubler with the best of them, I'll have you know.
I certainly wouldn't bet against you.
When we come back, I'll be talking live with Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement, who apparently have a big announcement you wouldn't want to miss.
That's coming up after these messages.
Back.
Fucking microphone shot me.
What?
Fucking microphone just shot me. Where's that sound guy?
Everything okay?
Oh, the mics are just trying to kill us now, apparently.
You'll be fine. You're unshockable.
I'm immune to your cheap flattery.
Losing again. Just heard from the chaps in maintenance that this storm is causing the odd power surge. Your controls might be a bit...
Comment c'est? J'ai trop bien fait
Now,
là.
I know you're tough and you can take the odd shock for the sake of a perfect news broadcast, but too many in quick succession can stop the old tigger. I'm sure you'll make the right decisions.
So sorry about all these buckets. We seem to have sprung a leak. Well, several, actually.
You're going to need a whole new lining up there. Triple single, wouldn't it?
We'll look into it.
It's so good to see you again.
Miss Wolfe, your star seems to be in the ascendant.
It's a great time to be alive.
Too bloody right, Peter Clement.
Megan Wolfe.
My, but that's a firm handshake you've got there.
She's tougher than she looks. Am I here?
Here, with Mr. Clement on your left.
Right you are, pet. Is your seat down?
10 seconds, everybody.
No, mine's fine. Have you had a little rest?
5, 4, 3.
Welcome back. I am delighted to be joined by Prime Ministers Julia Salisbury and Peter Clement. Welcome to the National Nightly News, Prime Ministers.
Oh, please, it's just Julia and Peter.
We don't believe much in titles. It doesn't seem very advanced.
We're delighted to be here.
Well, firstly, I should ask how you feel about the graffiti that's been springing up across the capital. Should we be worried?
Oh, no, you definitely shouldn't be worried.
Well, not unless you've got a fatal paint allergy anyway.
But yes, it does seem that there are still some people we haven't been able to help.
You know, whingers mostly.
People who've yet to benefit from the many advantages of the new future.
And you know, Megan, as my old mum used to say, there are some pissants who just don't know how to be happy.
We're working hard to reach these people, find out what they're angry about and how we can help. The door to my government is always open.
Someone's dripping on me.
But we didn't come here to talk about what may yet turn out to be some alternative arts project.
Which we no doubt will have funded.
When we want to talk to the nation about something far more exciting.
Yes, your office briefed us that you have an announcement to make, but they were being surprisingly secretive about it.
Let me ask you a question, Megan.
Oh, okay, it's not usually how it works, but...
What scares you? I mean, really scares you?
It's death, Peck. She's talking about death.
We're all afraid of our deaths. It's part of being human.
Sorry, are you saying that Advance have cured death?
That'll be a vote winner. Yeah, that was definitely a drop there.
But while we may not have cured death, we hope we found a way to make it much less scary.
And much less painful and much less expensive. Look, which is me close-up camera?
Oh,
okay?
sorry, it's camera 4 right there.
When I was 13, me mum came and got me from school. He was to go to the hospital. My granddad, he'd collapsed that morning, so we'd all to say our goodbyes. And I went in to see him. He were all frail and pale. I was scared because I'd only seen him the week before, and he'd been fit as fiddle. And he said to me, Peter, he said, it's the right time. I don't ever want to be a burden to the people I love.
Oh, was that the last time you saw him?
Nope, 3 days later we were back home. He lived with us for 9 miserable years after that. He had to be fed with a rubber spoon. He had a commode, so he'd just take a shit right there in the lounge while we were watching football. He wouldn't even wait till half-time.
That sounds...
Oh, it was awful. Awful for us. And this is the point. It were awful for him. He could see it was destroying me, man, watching him slowly fade away. And he would beg her to turn off his breathing equipment at night, but she couldn't. Or she wouldn't. It were a crime, you see. And she didn't want to lose the children, as well as her old man.
No family should have to suffer like Peter's did. And now no family will have to. The health service is today opening the first of 300 new transition centres.
The transition centres will handle everything for your last days. The legal, financial, medical and emotional costs are all catered for and paid for by the government. So even the poorest citizen gets to pass on with dignity when they choose.
And that choice is important. This is a service only for people who choose it. For people who feel they've run their course and don't want to burden themselves or their families with a slow, long, humiliating decline into an
This microphone pack has just given me an electric shock.
Are you okay?
I don't know, I think it from my asshole.
We're still on the air, Peter.
Yes, sorry, my apologies. Oh.
Are you not worried that this new system might be open to abuse?
In what way?
Sorry, I've got sapped again. Can I get a little bit of help here, please?
That the older generation might feel somewhat...
Jesus, a raw-shell face, fucker! That one was massive. Right, no, this bastard's coming off.
Sorry, the older generation might feel somewhat coerced.
Coerced into spending their final days eating gourmet food and drinking fine wine and luxury spas and gardens.
Look, I am perfectly capable of... Oh, fuck! My grandmother with a rusty twat!
Prime Minister, please watch your language.
For fuck's sake!
Go get yourself sorted out.
Right.
We're launching a government information film tonight. It should tell your viewers everything they need to know.
You really do move at a breathless pace. It's hard to believe you've yet to be in office a year.
Oh, Megan. We're only getting started.
And on that note, thank you both so much for being here. Jeremy.
Right, yes, that's all we have time for tonight. Thank yous go out to our guests. Congratulations to all the winners at the Sports Board Final. And we'll see you tomorrow night at the same time. My name's Jeremy Donaldson. If you can, have a peaceful night.
Good job, everybody.
What the fuck?
Just the same, sir.
I don't suppose there's any way this could be a good thing.
Qu'est-ce qui se passe?
It's for my nephew, so we transitioned the moment I saw the leak.
Ah, c'est fini. Eh ben écoutez, c'était très sympa. Alors, est-ce que ça vaut 13 balles maintenant? Je pense pas. Mais c'est très original. Ça change. En fait, je cherche un jeu de gestion, stratégie, mais ils se ressemblent tous en fait. Ils sont sûrement tous très bien, mais j'ai pas le temps de tous les faire et tout. Donc voilà, je voulais un truc assez original, le temps du confinement et bien écoutez, une note for broadcast est très originale. C'est pas juste de faire des coupes, des montages. C'est aussi une histoire personnelle, comme on a vu. Donc une excellente surprise. Voilà, j'espère que ça vous a plu, puis j'espère que ça vous a plu. Et puis on se retrouve très vite pour prochain let's play, prochaine découverte. N'hésitez pas à me donner des jeux si vous en avez en tête.
Good evening. You know who we are. You've seen our symbols on your walls. We are the Resistance, and it's time you knew the truth.
What do you mean I can't say that?
Advance is lying to you.
How can we help you if we don't know who you are?
More than all of this, he was my laughter, my confidant, my friend.
The elderly are not a burden.
So, Mum's made the decision to unburden us, and now we have the chance to start a family.
The membership card is an ID card, no matter what they tell you.
We are getting reports of, oh God, millions of deaths across the continent.
Doesn't your family deserve a nutritious life?
Understand this. There is something wrong with the food.
No more! I've had enough of this shit!
We are not afraid.
Putain, très bien foutu, hein. Ça donne envie, honnêtement.
Hi, I'm Dan. Carey. I'm Andy. Lame. I'm Jay. Really old. And I'm Alex. Unbelievable twat. Thank you so much for playing our game in early access. It's only through your amazing support that we can tell
Bravo, les gars.
the story that we have. If you've enjoyed it, and we really hope you have, then please tell people about it. Or maybe leave us a review on our Steam page, or come and talk to us in the discussions. It really does help, and we do read everything obsessively sometimes. Thank you so much again for playing, and we'll see you in episode 2!
Ouais, franchement, c'est sympa et ils donnent bien envie, ces mecs. Bon, et bien voilà, merci de m'avoir suivi dans ce court let's play, mais très original et intéressant, j'espère. Et puis je vous dis à la prochaine. Salut à tous.